are live from the jungle tonight. Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff on the broadcast. The Fan Sports Network with you tonight, bringing you some action on the hardwood between the Cottonwood Colts and the Snow Canyon Warriors. And delighted to be on the broadcast, a pre-Christmas broadcast. And Keith, two great teams with promising seasons, such an early season for both these, still in non-region play. But what are you looking to see tonight? Two extremely talented teams going tonight. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Paulie. Glad to be here with you tonight. And we got a Salt Lake City versus Southern Utah matchup. I'm excited for that one. Snow Canyon's 3-0 on the year. They haven't played many games. The Cottonwood Colts, they've played 7 games already. So they've been in a couple of tournaments early, and they're 4-3 on the year. It's going to be pretty evenly matched as far as the points scored so far. The averages there, and I'm really excited to see what Snow Canyon's got this year. Yeah, Snow Canyon under first-year head coach Ryan Ball enters the program, and Snow Canyon comes into the game, like you said, Keith, with an unblemished 3-0 mark. Wins over Cypress, Canyon View, and Mountain View, and it's been the guy, Owen Mackey. We all know about him, the 6'5" swingman, the Utah Tech signee. He brings it every single night he's on the floor, averaging 26.7 points per game and 9.3 rebounds for the stud swingman for the Warriors. And Keith, we saw this guy a ton last year. He's an incredible player on the court, even better kid off the court. But what can you say about his on the court attributes and style of play? This kid is incredible. Oh, he really is. I remember just watching him as a sophomore. He's electric. He can jump. He can jump higher than the square on the backboard and put it down. The scary thing I'm looking at here, Paulie, is he's in street clothes. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to play tonight, so that's really going to even things out tonight. He's their leading scorer. That's going to be interesting to see if he can go or not. Yeah, and if it's not going to be Owen Mackey tonight, and that's something we'll obviously keep you updated on, because that's a giant storyline heading into this game, as we see the Warriors doing their layup lines and warm-ups, and Mackey is in street clothes. So that is an added development that we're just finding out now. But it's going to be the secondary scorers tonight if it won't be Mackey. It's going to be Owen Aloha. He averages a 9 points per game, and Damon Entz at 8.3 points per game. Those are the secondary scorers for the Warriors, both shooting a pretty good clip from the field. So there's some competent players behind Mackey, and it's going to take a lot of team effort tonight if they're able to pull this one off without Mackey, right, Keith? Yeah, it is. It's going to take some contributors that they're not used to going to, and I think someone to look out for maybe the big guy inside, and that's Campbell. He's a senior. He's been in the program a few years, and he's a space eater, good rebounder. Yeah. But they also got a young sophomore by McKay, Reggie McKay, who can put it in the bucket too. So they're going to lean on a few different people tonight, it looks like, and see what they can do. But I'm telling you, if they're not ready to play, this Cottonwood team, they've had some good victories early in the year. They lost a close game on Tuesday night against Skyline up in Salt Lake City, and Cottonwood isn't known for its basketball prowess up there, but they got a pretty reputable team down here tonight. That's right, and we are inside our Region 9 pregame show, brought to you by Findlay Subaru. Go see the all-star lineup on the Saving side of the freeway, or check out all the great deals at FindlaySubaru.com. Also brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's, voted the best in Southern Utah for car wash, soda, cookies, and sandwiches. Love Ike's. If you haven't tried it, it's worth the trip over there to the Bluff Street Fabulous Freddy's, but they do have 2 great locations, River Road and Bluff Street. Make it a fabulous day at Fabulous Freddy's. And the pregame show wages on. Let's grab a quick 3-minute timeout, and we're going to come back with a little bit behind enemy lines, go into the Cottonwood Colts a little bit, kind of delve into the opponent tonight for the Snow Canyon Warriors after this 3-minute timeout.
The Fan Sports Network is your home for local sports. Catch The Drive with Devin Dixon from 7 to 9, and From the Bleachers with Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave from 4 to 6. Plus, Utah Tech and high school sports live on the radio and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
Red Ledge's Dermatology and Med Spa, specializing in general and cosmetic dermatology, treating acne, rashes, warts, and more. They even do cancer screenings and offer a free chemical pill with your first appointment. So if you need dermatology, think Red Ledge's Dermatology, located just off Snow Canyon Parkway, St. George.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I've got 15 seconds to list all the reasons that you should call Jason Baum at Bay Equity Home Loans. First-time home buyer specialist, down payment assistant loans, investment loans other guys haven't even heard of, reverse mortgages, and so many more to name before I run out of time.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cash Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal
Ready.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay. You're good.
Welcome back inside the Region 9 pregame show brought to you by Buck's Ace Hardware. Buck's has the best selection for guns, ammo, barbecues, lawn and garden. Think Buck's, 3 southern Utah locations. As the pregame show keeps firing all along here, as we did have a late game, but we're about to get the tip-off here in the Snow Canyon Cottonwood game as the Colts and the Warriors have made their way onto the center of the court, and we're getting ready to go here. And let's get a couple Team D auto keys to the game real quick, Keith. If you got a couple for me right before they tip, maybe one quick one.
Yeah, for Snow Canyon, I think it's how do you adjust without having your main guy there, and for the Colts, it's getting out early and getting those pregame jitters going.
That's right, and we're on and underway in the Cottonwood Snow Canyon Warriors game, and it is off to a hellacious pace to start, and the 3 is up, and the 3 is no good, and it's rebounded by the Warriors, and they're clearing the ball out across center court, and they're on the move now. Number 12 for the Warriors. I'm still trying to get my roster here.
That's Reggie McKay.
Reggie McKay.
There's a nice drive by number 2, Dre Smith, and he puts it up and in to give the Warriors the early lead, 2-0.
All right, and it's going to be bringing up the ball is Luke Park for the Colts, and he's going to do a little stop and start kick to the corner. Number 4, that is John Rosevear, nails the 3 and 1, it appears.
And yeah, he's going to get a 3 throw out of it. He got knocked into the bench, hit his head on the bench over there as he drained the 3. So that's some good concentration there, Paulie.
Absolutely. Rosevear averaging 19.2 points per game early on in this season for the Colts.
I was just going to say, Paulie, he's just a junior, and he's, he can light it up. He can fill the basket up, and it looks like we got an injury for Snow Canyon, number 22. That was Trey Kelch, who was guarding Rosevear, and it looks like he's got a bad ankle. He's trying to walk it off.
And for those just joining us now, as Rosevear first free throw is up, or that free throw on the and 1 foul on the 3 is up and good, and the Warriors back taking the ball up the court. It's Reggie Mackey, and he's going to kick over to number 2. That is Dre Smith, and he's going to kick down low, and that's going to be missed off the spin hesitation move. And number 1 for the Colts, Luke Park, taking the ball up the court.
Yeah,
he's got.
Oh, sorry, Paulie. Just to say, nice drop step by Iloa, just couldn't finish.
And there's the steal by Mackey again. He's going to run a little bit. He's got a man trailing, and it's going to be a traveling call. Just too many steps over there for number 23, Joseph Max Smith for the Warriors.
Yeah, he just got a little too excited to get to the bucket there, Paulie, and wanted to put it down.
And we got a timeout on the court, but we're going to keep it here as this one's off to a fast-paced start. And whereas the Warriors really getting after it, attacking in transition and finding ways to get to the basket early on. But on the other side, the Cottonwood Colts, Luke Park is a tremendous player. He averages over 6.7 assists per game, 2.7 steals.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's always around the ball, always in the passing lanes, and he's the key cog of the offense as well. Kind of is that steadying force for the Colts.
Yeah, he's the straw that stirs the drink a little.
Absolutely.
There, so you want to keep an eye on him. He's got the bright pink shoes.
He does. Makes it easy to find him out there. As Luke Park takes the ball, and that pass is picked off and stolen. That's going to be Dre Smith to the basket, and he's going to dish off to Reggie Mackey, and he's going to get fouled.
Oh, they're just call it out of bounds.
They're going to call it out of bounds. Okay, so Reggie Mackey, the ball lost out of bounds, but that's going to be retained by the Warriors. Number 2, and that's Dre Smith, and he's going to shoot a 3 and miss. The putback miss as well, and there's going to be a tie-up here.
Yeah, Iloa came down with that rebound, just overshot it on the putback, and then there was a tie-up on the rebound, so Snow Canyon will retain under their own bucket.
Reggie Mackey, most notably for anybody joining the broadcast just now, Owen Mackey, the Utah Tech signee, is not on the court tonight for the Warriors. They're missing 26.7 points of production in his absence, as Rosevere's got the ball, and he's going to stop and start on the dribble drive and throw one up, and it's going to be off the backboard, no good, but the foul is drawn for the leading scorer for the Colts.
Boy, Rosevere, he just put his head down, going to his right, jumped into Iloa and drew the foul. That's twice he's got the ball, drawn fouls, and been at the foul line.
First free throw for Rosevere, up and good. Hot scorer to start the season, and a guy that can really, like he said, fill it up from the outside, mid-range, short range, as his second free throw is up and good. And now we've got a 6-2 game. The Cottonwood Colts up early on Snow Canyon, as Dre Smith going to have his pass stolen away by the Colts. Number 21 for the Colts, Peter Aguama, with the steal.
It's his second on the night. He's played the passing lanes really well so far.
Very active, and looks like a moving screen set by Rosevere there. That's going to turn the ball over for the Colts and hand it back to the Warriors, as they're looking for, been on a little bit of a drought here offensively, as Reggie Mackey taking the ball up the court.
Yeah, they got to be a little more careful with the ball.
And working the ball around the perimeter, and now it goes down low to Iloa, and Aloa's going to throw it up, and he's going to get it off the backboard and in for the first 2 in a while for the Warriors.
Just a lot of muscle behind that shot.
And what a great steal, great effort there from the Warriors. It's to Mackey. He's pacing the offense for the Warriors as he's going to swing it around the edges, around the perimeter for an open 3, and that's going to be missed. And Iloa with the board. Skies above all the Cottonwood Colts to grab the ball, and there's the kick down low, and it's a good look, but it's blocked. And it's going to be a travel on the Warriors. After all that, that was a great possession, great time of possession by the Warriors, but just couldn't get the points there, Keith.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Mackey, threading the needle through the lane there, just couldn't finish, so unfortunate break for the Warriors.
And Luke Park bringing the ball up for the Colts as he's going to pass outside to Rosevere. Rosevere's got the ball one-on-one move now. He's going to kick out to Park. Park's going to give it to Aguama. Aguama passes over to number 12. That's Ryan Nielsen, and he's going to fall down and travel there for the Colts, and that's going to be another turnover.
Yeah, Nielsen thought he got tripped. There was a little contact there, but the refs let him play through. And anytime you go to the ground with the ball, they're going to call it
travel. Yeah. Yes, sir. And Warriors making some substitutions. Number 22, Trey Kelch, the leading assist man, on the floor now for the Warriors at 5 assists per game. Good trap in the corner by the Colts, but they find their way out of it. Out to the outside, Damon Entz for three, and he's got a three. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the Warriors as they hit their first one of the game and take the lead 7-6 early in this one.
Great job by Kelch, just finding the open guy, taking the time and draining it.
Good drive by Aguama, looking for number 15, Bo Smith of the Cottonwood Colts. And that one was a little too hot to handle. It goes out of bounds and back to the Warriors.
Yeah, when you're 2 feet away and that ball's thrown that hard, it's hard to handle, especially for a big guy.
Absolutely. Need those soft hands.
Yeah.
As it's kicked into the corner, and it's going to be turned over by the Warriors. Colts on the run here. Pacing down the floor, number 22 for the Colts. That's Mason Tolley, throws up the ball and misses. An easy lay-in, but good defensive pressure by the Warriors, getting over on him not to make it a little tougher than it looked. As Mackey in the front court, looking, and he's going to get the ball back and pass it around the perimeter, around the horn, as they say. And there's the open kick for Dre Smith for three, and it's going to be missed. He rebounded by the Colts. Park on the run now. He's taking the ball down the court, and he's going to kick to Aguama. Aguama to the corner. Number 22, that's Bo Smith, throws up the shot, and it's going to be missed. Number 15 for the Cottonwood Colts, Bo Smith, loses the ball, and that's going to be turned over to the Warriors. The Warriors, this is helter-skelter pace right now as they wage on here. And down to Aloha. He's going to go up strong and put it in with those soft hands and the kiss off the backboard.
What a great grab, as you mentioned, by Aloha. Just the soft hands allowing that ball to come into him.
And Park drives, takes it by himself to the basket all alone. Those pink shoes flashing down the lane as he throws it off the glass in. And the score now 9-8. Warriors on top of the Colts early in this one. Mackey up top, breaking his man down one-on-one. He wants the ball, but it's stolen by Aguama. Aguama down the lane. He's going to throw one up and draw the foul, and he's not going to get the and one, but he's going to get 2 shots coming for the Colts on an aggressive drive, as we see on the replay here.
Yeah, Aguama, that's his 3rd steal in the passing lanes here in the first quarter. He's really a defensive-minded player, and you know, if he almost got the finish there as well, but what a great job he's doing so far defensively.
Absolutely, as Peter Aguama, number 21 for the Colts at the line, shooting 2. First one up, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, Aguama on the year, he is averaging just under 9 points a game and 4 rebounds. So he's one of those key contributors to the Colts team.
Next Finlay Subaru free throw here. See their all-star lineup on the savings side of the freeway, or visit finlaysubaru.com. That second Finlay Subaru free throw is off the rim and rims out, as Kelch in the front court for the Warriors, as it's lobbed down, looking for the big man, but it's going to be intercepted again by Aguama, as he's going to make another active hands play on defense. And that one's going to be kicked to Park, but it's going to be travel. Got a little too hasty there, too many steps, and got going a little fast.
Those pink shoes took off on him. A little too quick there, Paulie.
They did. As we take a look on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, lighted up Wilkinson's, we're the local shop, best of Southern Utah 5 years in a row. We're knotted up 9-9. As the Warriors beginning to work the ball around the horn, trying to create space. Good defense, good pressure, as they're going to call a foul here.
Boy, the Warriors caught a break there. They had almost a 5-second count. Number 15 for the Colts, Bo Smith, came by and just smacked him on the wrist there, or else they would have got a 5-second call.
Yeah, great defensive pressure by the Colts all over the floor as they were glued to their Warriors respectively. And it'll be handed over to Trey Kelch as he's going to inbound the ball down low. And again, be kicked out. Damon Entz around the horn, back to Entz. Dre Smith out there. He's got the ball now holding. Passes to Entz. They're playing catch now. As Trey Kelch now on the outside, kicks to Smith, and he's going to dribble it off his leg and out of bounds. That's going to be the Colts ball going the other way.
Well, again, that's good ball pressure by Aguama. He's out there in the passing lane on the drive and forcing that turnover. He's been responsible for almost a half dozen.
And as we see the Colts coming up the floor now, Aguama on the perimeter. Kicks to Number 0, that's Tengus Bosgalan. And there's Rosevear out on the edge. And it's Rosevear going to throw up a 3, and that's going to be nothing but the bottom of the net for the leading scorer of the Colts.
Boy, Paulie, he's got a good-looking stroke. He knows how to shoot it and put it in the basket, doesn't he?
Absolutely. It looked like that was effortless off the wrist of Rosevear as Kelch bottled up there, passes to Smith. Smith on the perimeter, swings it around the horn, down low. A lot of pressure on the ball again. He's caught in the corner, but he's going to pass out. He's going to find number 21 for the Warriors. He's dribbling around in the corner. Not a lot of room to work with as Trey Kelch gets the ball again. 4 on the shot clock. He's driving down the lane. He throws one up. It's no good as the shot clock siren goes off, but...
Well, and I think you got a shot clock violation. I don't think that hit the rim either.
I don't think so.
Cottonwood's trying to get a call here. They're saying it's Snow Canyon ball, but I think the ball hit the Snow Canyon player laying out of bounds. So, yeah,
as we look on the replay here as Kelch drives the lane and throws the ball up, and I don't think that ever hit the rim. You're right, Keith. That's going to be an easy call for the referees, a shot clock violation, as Rosevear starting to run the point now for the Colts on the outside to Aguama. He's working around the perimeter. Great spin move, frees up an open shooter on the edge, on the perimeter, and misses. Now Dre Smith in the open court. Going to swing it around the horn. Looking for another pass down low that's intercepted by the Colts. They're on the run again. Spacing looks great for the Colts as they work the ball around. Aguama kicks down low, and there's going to be a foul call.
Yeah, they're going to get the reach in on Carter Campbell. He's checked into the game for Snow Canyon. He's one of those role guys I talked about earlier that they're going to need with Owen Mackey being out tonight.
That's right, as we're starting to see the physicality of this game pick up as well, Keith, as both teams starting to dash into the lane as we see another great flip to the basket by Rosevear.
Yeah, just an underhand little layup there. Pete Maravich style. Well, Paulie, that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. They throw up a shot there at the end that wasn't close, and we're got a score of 14-9 for the Cottonwood Colts.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, like Keith says, and we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back from the jungle after this.
Nets on Fire is the premier indoor basketball training facility in Southern Utah with 4 full-size gyms and group and individual training packages available for every age and skill level. Nets on Fire can elevate your game. Hoop it, Nets.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton.
You guys ready? Pick up the phone and call
yes.
at 435-619-8080 today.
Back live from the jungle, Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff on the call tonight, and the Cottonwood Colts and the Warriors in a tough one right now as Rosevear out on the perimeter for the Colts, and he's looking for the return pass, but he's not going to get it because Mason Tolley drives in and throws up a floater, and it falls, and the Colts up 16-9 early on in this one, Keith.
Yeah, that was a nice little curl around the screen there, and a nice little Jeff Hornacek floater.
Yeah, what a reference. Hornacek, love that one. As Aloha's got the ball at the top. He's dribbling a little more. Oh, wow, he's going to take it all the way in. The big man showing a little finesse as he works his way down the lane for the layup.
Yeah, just a great move. Got past the defender, laid it up softly, and rolled it in. Very nice.
And we're going back on the other end fast. Tolley's going to throw up another floater, and that one's not going to fall this time, but he's going to fight for the rebound. And Aguama's going to squirt out with it. He's going to kick over to Tolley. Aguama for the 3 in the corner. It's going to rim out. And the Warriors, Aloha with the rebound, over to Kelch, the leading assist man for the Warriors on the season at 5.0 assists per game. And Aloha outside on the perimeter, setting the screen. He's going to kick to number 33 for the Warriors, asking for the ball back. That's the big man. And they're going to keep working around. That's Aloha. He's going to just take it again by himself, and he's going to be blocked by Aguama. What a block there.
Nice job just standing firm there, going straight up and getting the block.
And looks like on the other end, Tangus Baisgalan with the floater as he throws it up and in for the Colts. And they're on a little bit of a run here, up 18-11 over the Warriors with 6:11 left in the first half. As that ball was lost by Kelch temporarily, but thrown to Aloha, and he's going to draw the foul and get the basket, the hoop and the arm for the big man.
Boy, Paulie, that was a great bounce pass. You noticed for a big man for that ball to come up, hit him right in the hands on the bounce. That gave him enough time to put it in and take the harm and put it in the bucket. As we see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay there, as Keith was describing, Aloha just taking over this game, being assertive with that drive all the way to the basket by himself, and now this and one. This big man for the Warriors about to attempt a Finlay Subaru free throw here. Paulie, Aloha has nice Christmas colors on.
Yeah.
A red and a green.
I'm really enjoying looking at the kicks out here tonight. A lot of lime green, some Christmas theme, pink. Got it all tonight.
We got it all.
As Park pacing the offense for the Colts. He's going to kick outside to number 15, Bo Smith, and he's going to drive and get rejected. And this ball's on the run. It's Dre Smith for the Warriors. He's going to work it around Aloha in those Christmas kicks as he's going to drive in and kick outside to Kelch, to Mackey. Now to Aloha. He's asserting himself again, draws another foul. The big man's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm there in the low block.
Well, and the nice thing you see there, Paulie, is he physically is bigger than the Colts big guy. And so he's using his strength to go up inside and draw the contact.
Aloha to attempt 2 Finlay Subaru free throws here. First one up, and he misses. And that is Finlay Subaru, the savings side of the freeway. Visit them at finlaysubaru.com. Check out the deals. Love the Crosstrek, the Outback. My coworker, my producer, Connor, has an Outback. It's a great vehicle. As both free throws hit for the Warriors there, and that's going to make it an 18-15 game, 5:36 left in the second quarter, as Park bringing the ball up. Slowing it down a little bit, dialing back the pace for the Colts a bit as Aguama catches the ball around the elbow. He's looking for a man to throw to. Back to Park as he's slowing the offense up. It's just a game of catch out on the perimeter. Looking to find a shooter, and that's what they do find, and that's bottoms up for number 0. That's the hot man right now for the Colts. That's Tangus Baisgalan for another 3.
Nice job of just catching and releasing, and he drained it out on the right wing.
And this one's starting to get a little chippier, a little more physical as we see Shugo flying for the Colts, and it's going to be Kelch for 3, and he's going to miss. Rebounded by the Warriors. Aloha down the lane as he tries a 360 move and throws up a shot and almost fouls Aguama in the same sequence as Park driving to the basket. Looking for a man. It's Aguama on the outside on the perimeter. He's going to throw up a floater. He's going to miss. And it's rebounded by Damon Entz for the Warriors as he brings it into the front court. Surveying his options. Going to pass outside to number 33, Carter Campbell. Looking for the pass back. Down low. He's establishing position. Aloha works it around the perimeter for the 3. That ball is up, and it's going to bounce out. And Campbell had a shot at the rebound, but is unable to corral it. And then there's a foul by number 22 of the Warriors. That's Trey Kelch as he picks up the foul in the backcourt.
Yeah, Kelch just trying to get a quick steal there. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar and unfortunately knocked the guy down. I'm not going to try to say his last name because I know I can't. So.
I'm trying my best here, as it is a difficult name, but he's been a hot shooter tonight, so it's hard not to say his name. Tangus Bayazgalan, number 0 for the Colts, as he sets up on the perimeter waiting for a pass. As Park works it around, he's in the corner. Tangus is going to kick out to Aguama with a step, and it looks as if he traveled, and he did. Yeah, it's a turnover for the Colts.
He looked to drive it, did a little pump fake, and that's the hardest thing to teach high school kids is if you're going to move those feet, you got to put the ball down, and he didn't do it, and they got him.
And Warriors needing a bucket here, down 21-15, 3:50 left in the second quarter. As Reggie Mackey brings the ball into the front court, brother of Owen Mackey, who we learned in the break sprained his ankle at practice. That's why he's not playing tonight, and he's questionable to return. When he does, we'll keep you posted. As Park is going to shoot a 3 and miss, and this is going to be run and gun here. Number 12, Reggie Mackey, running the offense and kicks out to the perimeter, and that's going to be into the corner, and then it's swung again, and they thought he got a foul there. Number 3, Damon Entz, driving in, did not get the call, and it's back the other way for the Colts. Shot thrown up by Ryan Nielsen, missed. Aguama throws up a shot, he misses. This is Kelsch on the run. We're a little helter-skelter pace now, and finally a foul is called by the officials to give me a chance to catch my breath, Keith.
Paulie, you're going to be worn out by the end of the
That's
half,
right.
I'm telling you. I think it's great. I get to sit back and just listen to you for a while. But, yeah, as you're describing it, the pace is up and down, and they're trying to go. Both teams are trying to go quick, trying to get early offense, and, we got to catch our breath in between foul calls. So
that's right. As Kelsch committed the careless foul the possession before, and he gets fouled on the corresponding possession, and the offense set again for the Warriors as a shot's thrown up by number 23. That is Joseph Mack Smith, as he misses, and the ball taken out. Tangus for 3, and a little bit of a heat check there as he misses the shot, and it's Kelsch away with the ball for the Warriors as he will kick it around the perimeter, surveying his options. The ball goes down low to Campbell. Campbell going up strong and using his size and throwing it off the backboard with the kiss, Keith.
The big fella just using his body to shield off the defender and then softly lay it in. That was a beautiful move there by Campbell.
And that shot is up for the Colts, and Campbell asserting himself on the boards, grabs the rebound out to Kelsch. He's leading the way, and he's going to dish off to Max Smith. Nice. And that's going to be an up and under layup for the Warriors as they're starting to put together a little run of their own now. 21-19, the Colts on top. Here comes Park with the shot. It's going to be made for the Colts to stop the bleeding a little bit, as the Warriors had cut that 21-15 lead to 21-19 before that shot, 23-19 now. As it's going to be a 3 shot by number 3, Damon Entz, and he's going to get his own rebound, work it back around, and Mackey to Kelsch. They're working around the perimeter, trying hard to get into this zone of the Colts, but you can shoot over it as Reggie Mackey hits from 3.
Yeah, the young sophomore at the top of the key, able to drain it.
And Park asserting himself to the basket and just draws the hoop, and he gets the harm as well. He'll be headed to the line for a Finlay Subaru free throw as we check out this Holbrook asphalt replay.
Just a nice move by Park as he goes with the left-handed scoop to lay it up softly and absorb the contact and draw the foul. So a nice, beautiful move by Park. That's his back-to-back buckets for Park.
He's starting to assert himself offensively. 15.7 points per game coming in as this Finlay Subaru free throw is up and no good. And Aloha is going to get the rebound and start pacing for the Warriors, and he's going to hold and kick to Mackey on the perimeter. He's going to work the ball. He's just going to hold. The floor general commanding the offense out there. Reggie Mackey outside, and there's the cut inside. What a great pass to number 2. That's Dre Smith finding that hole in that zone and making that easy lay-in.
Yeah, Max Smith just find a little entry pass in there, and a great job of being a quick pass, and he put it up and in.
And there's a 3 on the other end for the leading scorer for the Colts. That's John Rosevear, nails another 3 from the outside. As we see Mackey pacing the offense. He's going to shoot one, call his own number, and miss. And that's going to be rebounded by Aloha for the Warriors, maintaining possession. He's going to kick to Dre Smith and out to Mackey. Mackey on the perimeter. He's working the ball around, trying to find a good open shot, but great defense by the Colts as they're swarming everywhere as the ball's passed around the perimeter. 7 seconds left on the second quarter clock. 5. We're down to 4. The shot by Max Smith is up, and it is good. Right at the buzzer, and the Warriors going to draw a little closer to the Cottonwood Colts. We're at the half. Right now on your Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, as we see on the Holbrook asphalt replay, it is Joseph Max Smith making the lay-in, and it is 28-26 Cottonwood over Snow Canyon. We're going to grab a 3-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with your Rally Stop halftime show after this.
Create your own relaxing.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
For the game.
Buckle up, Region 9 football fans. I'm Craig Boberjack. Holbrook Asphalt has agreed to buy fans a Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert at Yogurtland right after the game. When you're
own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com. Relatives coming to visit, not enough room, or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah vacationrentals.com,
where you can buy a car right from your home.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes from Logan to St. George for over 20 years. We guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power.
The Fan Sports Network is your home for local sports. Catch The Drive with Devin Dixon from 7 to 9. And From the Bleachers with Caden Formaster and Mark Musgrave from 4 to 6. Plus, Utah Tech and high school sports live on the radio and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
Red Ledges Dermatology and Med Spa, specializing in general and cosmetic dermatology, treating acne, rashes, warts, and more. They even do cancer screenings and offer a free chemical pill with your first appointment. So if you need dermatology, think Red Ledges Dermatology, located just off Snow Canyon Parkway, St. George.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Adams Wealth Advisory is a financial planning firm that is combined with an investment firm to provide the best possible outcomes for our clients.
I always believe if you're intentional with your financial plan, things are going to work out really well for you.
Visit adamswealthadvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor.
Welcome to the Rally Stop halftime show. Rally Stop reminds you that after cheering on your team, there's no better place to refuel than Rally Stop. So come on in, grab some gas, your favorite soda, and some snacks. They have all your post-game celebration needs. As we are at the half here, Paul Ratliff, Keith Curtis with you, Sebastian and Cannon running the production tonight. Just want to thank those guys. They're doing a great job as it is 28-26. The Cottonwood Colts over the Snow Canyon Warriors tonight, but one glaring omission from the starting lineup tonight, Keith, and that's 26.7 points per game scorer Owen Mackey, and it's pretty admirable effort from the Warriors, I would say, as they're hanging in this game without their top player.
They really are. It took them a while to kind of adjust once the game got going, because they were like, okay, who are we going to go to? Who are we running the sets through? And it got a little helter-skelter there for a while, but they've settled down. They've adjusted. They brought in Carter Campbell off the bench. Him and Iloa have got a nice high-low game going. They're trying to work the three-pointers that way, and so it took them a little while to figure it out, but I'm expecting the second half to be a lot closer, like it got here towards the end of the second quarter. It should be a lot of fun. I mean, the scorers for Cottonwood, I mean, that John Rosevear, he can really fill it up. He's smooth. He's a little Pistol Pete underhand.
Yeah, that up and under move we saw, that was beautiful. And Park for the Colts as well is kind of their floor general leader, as he's kind of pacing the offense, kind of directing everybody, getting the ball around the perimeter, finding that open shot. He's been effective as well early on, wearing the pink shoes, easy to spot on the court tonight, as he'll definitely be, both those guys will be candidates for our player of the game by AWP. See the local boys, the playmakers in the appliance industry at AWP. Quality, selection, and price across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Buy direct and save. That's the later on in the post game today. That'll be that award will be doled out. But both those guys for the Colts, early candidates, but maybe some candidates for the Warriors as well, as we've seen some pretty spirited efforts from some of the supporting cast, and most notably Aloha. He has really been a constant force early on in this game for the Warriors, Keith.
Yeah, Owen Aloha. Sorry, I struggle saying that last name. He's really had a nice game. He's a little bit bigger. You can tell he's got a little more strength than the Cottonwood big guy, and he asserted himself in that second quarter. You could really tell that he was trying to take advantage of his strength and his skill set, and kind of settled the Snow Canyon team down by him getting some easier buckets under the hoop there.
Yeah,
which opened up the three-pointers, and so I think you'll see the offense start to evolve a little bit more as they work it inside out, and he had a really nice first half. The one guy on the Cottonwood side that we didn't even mention, who could be the defensive player.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this one. Yeah.
Boy, that first quarter he had 6 steals, hands were in the passing lanes. He's just a defensive-minded player, and really nice-looking defender. He had a great first half.
Very rangy with the long arms and the recovery speed. I saw multiple possessions where Aguama was beat by his man, but then able to recover and get a block or a steal, and he was very active in the passing lanes, like you're saying. Definitely a candidate for the defensive player of the game for sure, as we will have to dole out all the awards at the end of the game in the Johnson Pediatric post-game show tonight after the conclusion of this one. As for anyone just joining us, it is Keith Curtis, Paul Ratliff here from the Jungle live as the Cottonwood Colts lead 28-26 over the Warriors, and Ryan Ball in his first year as head coach for the Warriors without his best player in the Coach Walk Classic. Not the most optimal hand to be dealt, but he is really finding a way to get the secondary scorers, the glue guys of this team to respond in this game. It's been Trey Smith, it's been Damon Entz, it's been Aloha. There's been so many different guys that have stepped up for them in this game. It's really been impressive for me doing my first Snow Canyon game today, because all the times you hear is about Owen Mackey and all the things he can do and how he's going to be at Utah Tech, and all that is great, and he is a great player. But tonight we're really seeing the other cogs that make this machine of Snow Canyon basketball run tonight for Ryan Ball.
You really are, and I think that's the beauty of this tournament. It's so early before region play kicks off. You get to see as a coach what kind of glue your team has. Do you have guys that can fill in? Who can I count on when it's a pressure moment, or who's going to take that big shot other than Owen Mackey? They're going to learn a lot from this weekend, and it's a good first half. I'm curious to see how they respond here in the second half. They got to take care of the ball though a little bit better. They had too many turnovers that first quarter and a half, And once they settled down and got, a little more control that way, the score, they were able to bring the score closer, and I think we're going to have an excellent second half.
Absolutely. We're pacing for a great half of play. Only a 2-point deficit in this one, as the halftime show, the Rally Stop halftime show, about to come to a conclusion here, as we have 1:10 on the halftime clock. But just wanted to prep everyone for, don't leave right after the game here. Stick with us for the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. We're going to give out the Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game, the AWP Playmaker Play of the Game, the Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game, and the Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game. So be sure to tune in after the game for all those awards, as these kids work so hard to get these awards with these dynamic efforts we see night in, night out in Region 9, and we just want to reward them, and we want to make sure they get their recognition tonight. As we're down to 33 seconds, we'll just keep it here as the Warriors about to take the court against the Colts for the second half here, Keith. And I know we do the Team D Auto keys to the game before the game, but how about my first ever time doing this, some halftime Team D Auto keys to the game? Maybe you've seen the first half. What have you evaluated from both sides? Maybe one key for each team going into the second half.
Well, for Snow Canyon, I think they got to work on that inside-out game with their big guys. That'll open everything up. For Cottonwood, I think Rosevear and Park, they're two main scorers, but mostly Rosevear. He'll take over at the end of the game. They got to be able to shut him down. If he gets hot, it could lead him to the victory.
That's right. I agree. As both teams filing their way onto the court now, as the Warriors and the Colts ready for the second half of action. We're glad you're with us here on the Fan Sports Network. Spending some time with us tonight as Reggie Mackey into the front court for the Warriors, as he's going to pitch down low to a low. He's going to do a shot fake and go up strong and right into the basket. Lays it up off the glass for a quick 2 for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice little post move. Didn't shuffle the feet. A little jump hook. Laid it up softly and put it in.
And then a low on the other end, showing that he's a two-way guy. Makes a steal on the defensive end. And it's back to Mackey. He's going to be dribbling up top. Setting the offense out to Kelsch. Kelsch to Smith. Aloha trying to establish position down low, back to Mackey. Around the horn now. Back to Kelsch up top. Content to find the open shooter to get the right shot as they working around in Ryan Ball's offense. And that's going to be a charge going the other way.
Boy, that was close, Paulie. It looked like Smith, who drove into the right side of the lane, got the shot off before the guy got established, and he was moving. As I look at the replay, too, he was backing up. Could have gone either way. It was a bang, bang.
Bang, bang play. It's really hard to make those calls when they happen so fast. But regardless, it's Park going the other way for the Colts. And number 12, Nielsen, kicks out to 15, Bo Smith. As Park's going to lose the ball. Mackey with the steal in the front court. He's going to hold his dribble. He's going to kick over to, and that's going to be tipped.
Yeah, that was a nice job that time by Park. He just, Ernst was driving down the baseline. He just tapped it out of bounds. So good job, or else he would have got an easy layup.
And Kelsch going to inbound for the Warriors here. He's going to throw in to Smith. Smith is going to take the 3, and he's going to miss. Cache Valley Bank 3 off the rim for, and Aloha is going to maintain possession for the Warriors. Another effort play from Aloha. I've really liked his showing tonight.
Yeah, he's really exerted himself tonight as that big guy presence for Snow Canyon.
And Kelsch with the ball, the leading assist man for the Warriors at 5 a game. He's going to take the ball again. Smith on the perimeter. He's going to kick over around the perimeter. Reggie Mackey back to Smith, or to Ends for 3. The Cache Valley Bank 3 is off the rim and out, but it's rebounded again by Aloha on the offensive glass, cleaning it up like the garbage man as Mackey out up top to Kelsch. Kelsch looking down low. Aloha is going to draw a crowd, but he's going to get fouled, and that's going to give him 2 Finlay Subaru free throws as we look on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, Keith.
Yeah, this has been the Aloha possession because he's gotten 2 offensive rebounds and getting fouled here, going up for the shot. Just a great job using his big frame to seal off the defender and get that shot off.
He's going to have 2 here. Finlay Subaru free throws. Finlay Subaru, go check them out on the savings side of the freeway or at finlaysubaru.com as the first one is up and through for Owen Aloha.
Aloha's got a nice stroke at the foul line. Got good rotation on the ball. Follows through nicely. For a big guy, you know, sometimes those big guys, you don't see that.
That's right. Great form. Great looking shot. As the second Finlay Subaru free throw is lined up and good for the big man of the Warriors. And the Warriors have taken the lead 30-28 over the Colts. First lead in a while for the Warriors as we've got a foul. Oh, timeout. Timeout called by the official.
Yeah, it looks like Ogama blew a shoe out there, so they're giving him a minute to regroup, get that thing tied up.
And he's going to get it all laced up and ready to go here as we had a momentary stop in the action, but Rosevear side out, ready to inbound to Park. Park with those pink Nikes finds his way into the lane and kicks. And he's working around the perimeter of Aguama. He's going to go back out to Park. Park's going to drive the lane and give it to Aguama. He's going to knife in and throw it up, and it's not going to be good, but rebounded again by the Colts. Worked outside. Park's going to have an open free throw line jumper and missed.
Looks like we got a foul underneath, though, on the shot. It looks like it'll be on Entz, clearing some space out, trying to get a rebound.
And that was a hectic sequence there for the Warriors as a lot of passing, trying to find the right shot for the Colts, and eventually draws the foul as Aguama gets the inbound pass and misses the lay-in, and it's going to be kicked outside. Back out top to Kelsch, to Smith, and he's blocked from behind by Aguama as he is showing some defensive prowess that I haven't seen in this early season, as we see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay.
You could just tell the kid loves to play defense. I mean, he loves to block shots, get rebounds. You know, he does everything, all the little things.
It looks as if they're going to call a foul.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see who they called that foul on. I would assume Aguama might have picked up the foul there.
Yeah, that's who they gave it to.
And
didn't look like a foul from this end. We got a great view of it.
We got a great view happen right in front of us on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, as we see here. Looked like a clean block all the way, but Finlay Subaru free throw for Smith as he's going to miss and going to be rebounded to number 12 Ryan Nielsen of the Colts as he brings it into the front court. Stop, start, dribble as he's going to kick to Park. Park knifing down the lane, looking for Aguama. Beautiful look, but that opportunity going to be squandered. And on the run now, Kelsch open under the basket. The pass wasn't there. Kicks out to Mackey, out to Smith around the perimeter. 3-ball for Entz. Cache Valley Bank 3-ball, no good. As that's going to be rebounded by Aloha. Aloha out to Mackey. Mackey hoists the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Park. Park taking it into the front court on the run. He's going to look for Rosevear. He's going to throw up the shot, and in a floater hanging, it's going to fall for the Colts' leading scorer, John Rosevear.
He's just a natural scorer, Paulie. He gets the ball, can dribble, drive, put it up, do a little floater. Really nice look, nice touch.
As it's going to go into Aloha. He's triple teamed down low, and he's still going to draw the foul. As what an effort played. This the strength to keep fighting and getting that shot up, but it looks as if Aguama may be down for the Colts.
Yeah, it looks like what they did. Aloha and Aguama got their arms mixed up in there and kind of got his shoulder wrenched a little bit, so hopefully he's okay. But right now he's down on the floor in some pretty good pain, it looks like.
We'll take a quick timeout for the injury. We'll be back in 1 minute, back on the Fan Sports Network.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all
from the jungle. As quick injury timeout there for the fallen Colt. That's Peter Aguama, and hopefully he's okay as he heads to the bench to get tended to. But back at the line is Owen Aloha for a Finlay Subaru free throw, his first of 2. And that one is up and good for the Warrior big man, as he's really been the star of this game, I would say, for the Warriors, Keith.
Yeah, he's been the go-to guy tonight with Mackey being out, and he's really asserted himself, putting in that extra effort tonight.
And both Finlay Subaru free throws up and good for Owen Aloha, as he's going to take a seat on the bench and gets a couple high fives from the teammates after a very, very well orchestrated effort defensively and offensively for the big man for the Warriors. As Park's in the front court, going to hand to Rosevear, back to Park, and he's going to be called for the travel, just getting a little too hasty with the steps again there, as those pink shoes taking off a little bit too fast for his dribble.
They're flying all over the place, Paulie. You can't keep up with them.
That's right, and that's a turnover for the Colts, and Mackey in the front court. Down over to Smith to Entz, working around the horn to Mackey. Mackey on the dribble to Kelsch. Kelsch going to break down his man and drive in, throw to Campbell, down low, and he's going to miss the bunny from short.
Boy, he had a good look right at the rim there.
Great look, as Rosevear's going to work the ball around the horn here to Park. Park maintaining control, looking to the sideline for direction, as he is going to drive right at the Warriors and draw the foul. The blocking foul is called.
Well, I think you see the experience of Park there. He really just kind of drew that foul on Mackey, the young sophomore, doing all he can to stay with him, but Park just had a little extra quick step in him to draw that foul.
That's right. Park is a lethal scorer. Came into this game averaging 15.7 points per game for the Colts, as a great inbounds play drawn up there, as they're going to go up and grab the 2 and take the lead over they're down by 1. The Warriors still up 33-32 with 3:50 left in the third quarter, as this one over to Entz for a Cache Valley Bank 3, nothing but the bottom of the net for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's just good execution, moving the ball, finding the open guy, and Entz was in the corner all alone, and he buried it.
And Park now looking to his coach for direction again. Scrapes the bottom of the shoes to get a little more traction there, as you know he's going into the lane. He's working his way in, and he's going to dish off to number 22, Mason Tolley, who's going to miss. And Mackey back on the run. Park going to cut off the dribble. He's going to work it around, as Smith back to Kelsch. Kelsch throws it down low to Campbell. Campbell not able to corral. Back out, and it's going to be a foul. Foul drawn on Kelsch, as he got in the way of number 22, Mason Tolley, for the Colts.
Yeah, that inbound, our entry pass was just a little bit off, and Campbell tried to tip it back out to his player, but went right to the Colts and drew the foul on Kelsch there.
Welcome sight for the Warriors is to see Owen Aloha back in the game, as he makes his way back onto the court. He's been the leading guy tonight, rebounding, and I would even almost figure scoring as well for the Warriors, as Park working around Rosevear. He's got an open look for Tolley. It's a Cache Valley Bank 3 in the corner for the Colts.
Just a nice job, a tip pass over to in the corner, and he was able to drain it. He was ready.
As Kelsch, the leading assist man for the Warriors, working his way into the lane, knifing, but he's going to kick outside for another Cache Valley Bank 3, and that's nothing but the bottom of the net for Joseph Max Smith for the Warriors.
Yeah, Max Smith set up in the corner, good driving kick, as you mentioned, and he was ready to put it in the bucket.
Park needling his way down low. He's got Tolley, back to Tolley. Tolley outside. And that one's going to be driven in, and the foul's going to be called on Aloha, as an aggressive drive there by number 15 for the Colts. That's Bo Smith, as he makes his way into the lane and draws the foul.
Yeah, if Aloha just would have gone straight up, it probably would have been a charge, but he turned sideways, so it makes it an easy call for the ref to draw the foul.
And the Finlay Subaru free throw is up and good, or no good, I'm sorry, as Bo Smith misses. And the second free throw is missed as well. And the Warriors with a 39-35 lead and the ball with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. As Mackey into the front court, surveying his options, passes to Smith. And that one lost down low. Joseph Mack Smith trying to hold on to the ball. They're going to award, they award a timeout to the Warriors, I believe.
Boy, they got a break there. Max Smith tried to get the ball in. It was a bad entry pass, went right back to him. And then they were able to trap him, and so very fortunate to get the timeout before the turnover.
Wow, what a turn of events for the Warriors, as that is going to be a UD and Associates timeout. For great service and rates on home, auto, or life insurance, call Luke today at 435-251-9102 for a free quote to see how much you can save today. As we are getting ready here for the conclusion of this third quarter. We got 1 minute 52 seconds. Warriors up 39-35 over the Colts. And Keith, we're getting ready for a barn burner here down the stretch.
Yeah, we should have a good finish. I'm a little surprised that Cottonwood hasn't gone more to Rosevere and Park, little two-man game, because that's been working. Granted, they're trying to work some other guys into the offense, but those guys have been unstoppable.
That's right. It's been other guys like Tolley and Smith, and it's been other guys for him tonight, Nielsen, but they got to rely on their two top scorers late in this game. I would agree with you there, Keith, as Mackey in the front court is going to kick outside. Max Smith going to throw up a Cache Valley Bank three, and it's missed. And Mackey on the outside corrals it, and Smith's going to throw up another one, and he's going to nail that Cache Valley Bank three as the shot clock expires, and they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, you heard the horn go off.
Heard it go off, and it does not count for the Warriors. What a shot there. Misses the first one, gets a second chance, lines it up and nails it, but not quite in time. As Park working it around to Aguama. Aguama back off the bench.
Beautiful pass.
And what a wraparound pass by Aguama there as he finds a willing recipient, and then it's stolen by Park. And Park's going to throw to Rosevere, and that one's blocked by Aloha.
Boy, there's your defensive play of the game right there, Paulie.
And Park's going to get the ball back, though, and going to kick outside for the Cache Valley Bank three, and it's missed. And Aloha going to slow up the pace here, as we were getting a little sped up there on both ends of the court as both teams are trying to go fast. Now Entz back to Mackey. Mackey back to Entz. Entz has got a Cache Valley Bank three lined up, and he misses just off the iron. So unkind as Rosevere throws it off Max Smith, and then it's going to bounce off Rosevere and give the possession back to the Warriors.
Yeah, Rosevere standing right on the inline there as the ball bounces back and hits him, and he's just like, man, I threw it too hard at him.
Exactly his thoughts probably. As Mackey going to inbound to Max Smith, out to Owen Aloha. Aloha picks up his dribble.
Got away with the travel there.
And that's going to be a straightaway three, Cache Valley Bank three for Reggie Mackey. And he's going to kick outside. Mackey running the floor tonight as the general. Works out to Dre Smith around the horn. Back to Mackey. Back to Smith. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. They got to go here. Mackey, he's going to knife into the lane. He's going to look for his shot. He's going to throw one out to Max Smith for three. Cache Valley Bank three.
There's a whistle before. I think foul on the drive there.
Foul on the drive. Foul on the drive. Got a little ahead of myself there as I saw that open three forming in the corner there, but foul called prior to the shot. Interested to see on who this is going to be on.
Folks at home, Paulie, are going to say, man, he gets sure excited on a dribble drive.
That's right. Dribble drive foul for two shots. This guy's fired up as it is not going to be a shooting foul, it appears, and they're going to put 2.6 back on the clock in the third quarter here. And it's going to be a kick to Mackey for the Cache Valley Bank three, and it's hit. right as the clock expires, Reggie Mackey doing his best Owen Mackey tonight as he nails a Cache Valley Bank three, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Warriors up 42-37 over the Cottonwood Colts on the Fan Sports Network. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Jason Baum. I've got 15 seconds to list all the reasons that you should call Jason Baum at Bay Equity Home Loans. First-time home buyer specialist, down payment assistant loans, investment loans other guys haven't even heard of, reverse mortgages, and so many more to name. Before
6390 Equal Opportunity Lender.
Own property, want to rent it? Then you need...
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete...
It's Paul Ratliff. We're with you from the Fan Sports Network, guiding you through this one as it is 42-37. Warriors on top of the Colts in this one. Throw 8 minutes up on the board, and this is for all the marbles at this point, Keith, with the Warriors up 5. But this is going to be a tight one. I can sense it down the stretch.
Yeah, I think you're going to see the two main scorers from Cottonwood try to take control of the fourth quarter. But, really the difference, Paulie, is the three-point shot.
Yeah.
Here by Snow Canyon. They've hit 3 of them in that quarter, which kind of widened the lead out for them. And so great job by getting those balls to roll.
5-point lead as the fourth quarter begins. Park with the ball to Rosevear on the perimeter. He's going to assert himself in this fourth quarter as he's going to drive in, and it looked like he dribbled it off his foot, but the referee going to go ahead and award the ball back to the Colts as he saw it better than me there as Park beneath the basket kicks out. And there's the dribble drive. Park, going to recipient of a pass. Aguama on the outside. He's dribbling in. Gets stopped by Aloha. Good defense. Back outside to Park. Park pacing the Colts, and he's going to find Aguama for an open three in the corner. Cache Valley Bank three, and there it is for Peter Aguama.
Just great ball movement that time by Cottonwood. They kept moving the ball around and finally found Aguama wide open, who nailed it.
And the ball being kicked around now, working around the perimeter. It is Mac Smith. He was lined up but didn't take the shot as Mackey's going to work it around the horn. Content to find the right shot again. They're not going to force anything as Aloha to Campbell. Down low, outside to Mackey. Mackey's going to pull the trigger from the outside on a Cache Valley Bank three, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Boy, the confidence is ruined now with the young sophomore.
And he is starting to feel himself a little bit as Rosevear trying to keep the Colts in this one as Aguama drives in. He's going to throw an errant pass to Aloha. It's intercepted. Warriors with a 5-point lead in the ball in the front court. Mackey is going to work it around the perimeter. Smith now to Aloha. He's going to be held up there. Aguama strips the ball, gets the turnover for the Colts, and they're on the run. Park to Aguama, back out to Park. Park with those pink shoes gets going too fast again and loses his dribble. Out to Aloha on the break. He's going to take it himself. The Euro step to the basket, and he's fouled.
Boy, Paulie, they were very fortunate, Snow Canyon, was they didn't get a foul because Parks got tripped up on their end, and then they come down here on the Euro step. It looked like pretty good defense, but they're saying Obama got him with the body, I guess.
As Owen Aloha at the line for 2 Finlay Subaru free throws.
I think I just called him Obama.
I think you might have, Keith.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's okay.
Well, I apologize to our friends up in Salt Lake who are watching the stream tonight. So,
as I'm sure I'm not been 100% accurate on his name tonight, as I'm going with Aguama. So we're hoping it's Peter Aguama, and the man at the line right now, Owen Aloha.
He's had a great game tonight.
And he's going to hoist that second Finlay Subaru free throw, and it sings the twine for the Warriors as they have a 7-point lead, 47-40 with 5:58 left in this one. And Kelsch on the steal, he's going to pickpocket Park and grab the ball and just dribble into the front court for the Warriors. And man, you're starting to feel momentum shift a little bit as the Warriors starting to get a little bit of a grip on this one.
Yeah, you're feeling a little, I mean, it's great overplay by Kelch that time, getting his hands in the passing lane, and Park just not used to that pressure on the offensive side.
Kelch to Mackey. Mackey, he's going to assert himself into the lane and throw up a floater, and it goes off the glass and in. And now 49-40, Warriors on top. Aguama with a big step to the basket, and he's going to lay it in.
Beautiful body control with the left hand too, Paulie. Very nice.
Kelsch running the floor for the Warriors without Owen Mackey tonight. They're trying to do their best without the 26.7 points per game missing from the lineup, and a Cache Valley Bank three is up and missed by the Colts. Now I think the Warriors can tend to start running a little clock here as Mackey into the front court. Crossover dribble, and he's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, they picked up a little ticky-tack foul that time on Caden Poole. He was just trying to slow down Mackey a little bit, but I'm really impressed with the younger Mackey kid. He's coming into his own here in the second half.
Kicked down to a low off the inbound. To the outside, working around, back to Entz, to Smith, to Mackey. Mackey on the around the horn to Entz, but that one's going to be picked off again. Aguama with the active hands, but Snow Canyon able to corral the ball, and they've got an open look for Kelsch in the corner for a Cache Valley Bank three. It's up and no good. As there was a little jersey tug there as Aloha was pulling on the back of Rosevere's jersey, I believe.
Yeah, the ref missed the earlier one. Aloha grabbed his jersey, got away, and then he faked him and made it look like he grabbed it. So, great acting job.
Hey, you get points for the acting job for sure, as style points, I would say. Whatever you can do to draw a foul, my old coach used to say.
That's right.
As Park brings it into the front court. Luke Park on the dribble drive. He's going to kick outside, working it around. They find Rosevere. He's knifing into the lane. He's going to draw the foul, throw it up.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Calling a travel on him.
Oh, wow. And Rosevere is beside himself, does not understand the call, but it's going the other way. Warriors with a 7-point lead, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. The press started to come on for the Colts as that ball driven into the lane and thrown up by Nielsen for a miss, but 2 shots coming, Keith.
Yeah, that was a big miss by Nielsen. That was a great job on the pressure. Had a little bunny right at the basket. Could have had an and one, but just missed it off the front edge.
That's going to bring our score to 49-43 Warriors with 4:24 left on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
Well, if you're Cottonwood, you're not quite out of this. You know, you got just a couple threes. If they get a couple stops, they're still in this game.
Campbell handling for the Warriors as Entz now with the ball in the front court. Get it to Mackey. Mackey, the surest ball handler on the court right now, throws the pass to Entz. Entz has got a lane to the basket. He's going to throw it up and miss. It's out to Rosevere on the break. He's on the run. He's going to take his man one-on-one, kick out to Park. You kind of got to assume the two-man game is going to start here for the Colts as Rosevere throws one off the side of the backboard. And it's a scramble for the ball. Park's going to get it in the backcourt. He's going to grab it, take it up, and throw up a Cache Valley Bank three, and it's off the mark. There's a scramble for the ball, and it's going to be...
Jump ball. I think it's going to go Cottonwood's ball. Oh, no,
Snow Canyon ball and the jump ball on the alternating possession arrow. And Max Smith to inbound. Looking for somebody. That's got to be 4 or 5 almost, but That's not going to be the call made as a timeout by Coach Ball and the Warriors. And we'll keep it here.
Paulie, you're really seeing the defensive effort by Cottonwood pick up now. They're going extending almost three-quarter to full court, trying to, speed up the game. I think that's one of the keys that it's going to be crucial for Snow Canyon as they move into region play, is how they handle the guard play from like your Jordan Roberts and some of the bigger guards that Crimson has. And, they haven't found that defined point guard yet. And I know the young Mackey kids, kind of thrown in that role tonight. But that we've seen them turn the ball over. That's going to be key.
And breaking the press at the high school level has always been something that is difficult. It is something that when you see 5 guys spread out moving everywhere, it is, and especially when it comes at a random time in the game. Obviously, it's closer to the end normally, but we're starting to see it now with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left for the Colts as they're stepping it up full court press here, as they're going to throw to the corner and not too much applied, but they're still looking to get a trap, but the Warriors keeping it out of the corners as Mackey brings it into the front court to Max Smith. Back to Mackey, and he's going to lose the ball on the dribble, and it's stolen up to Park to Aguama. He's going to throw it up and one for the Colts as Peter Aguama making his presence felt defensively all game, but offensively he chips in a big one there, Keith.
Well, and I really love the touch pass by Park, having the vision as soon as he gets it to get that bounce pass in stride for Aguama to lay it in and get the foul. What a beautiful play.
And the Finlay Subaru free throw is up and good, and that's going to bring our score a little tighter now as the press back on for the Colts. 49-46 our score. Warriors up. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left in this one at the Coach Walk Classic as Max Smith as now ends dribbling out on the perimeter. Mackey throws it to Smith, over to Mackey, out to Ents, back around the horn. Mackey going to dribble drive down the lane, and he's going to throw one up and silky smooth score one for the Warriors.
Yeah, great recognition. Found a little crease in the middle and just laid it up softly.
And there's the kick out for Cache Valley Bank 3 on the other end for the Colts as they strike. It's Nielsen hitting the 3 for the Colts on the other end.
Right back into the full court press now, Paulie. Let's see how they handle it.
Mackey going to bring the ball across the timeline and start running a little clock. Oh, wow, a steal. Just stolen by Roser. He's asking for the ball for a Cache Valley Bank 3, and he's going to miss. And then there's a foul underneath by Park.
Yeah, I think Rosevere, he just kind of rushed that. If he'd have gathered himself a little bit more, I think he took a little time. He might have drained that one.
As we are coming up on 2 minutes left in this one, 2:16 in the fourth quarter, 51-49, Warriors up without their top scorer and leader, Owen Mackey. As Kelsch going to bring the ball into the front court to Aloha, down to Mackey. He's going to try and throw the saucer pass over, but it's not going to get through as it's back out to Kelsch. The running clock now, as that foul's going to be committed, and Damon Entz is going to find his way onto the free throw line for the Warriors.
Well, they're not quite in the bonus yet, Paulie. They'll get that one on the side out, so it's actually a pretty good foul, because if they are behind and need to foul, they got to get closer to the bonus. If not, they'll just keep eating away time. Are they saying he was on the drive?
I think he was saying that was in the act of shooting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Cottonwood coach is trying to get an explanation as well, because it didn't look like it.
That Finlay Subaru free throws up and good, and the Warriors spacing out this lead as we've got deliberation at the scorers table. As we see the coach for the Colts talking to the official, as we're going to have one shot, nothing changes, as the Warriors' Damon Entz for his second Finlay Subaru free throw is up and good. And that's going to bring the score to 53-49, 2 minutes and 1 second left
Well, Paulie, we had an overtime game in the earlier one with Cedar and that team out of Nevada, and so it'd be fun to get a little extra basketball.
Park, super speed to the basket, throws one up, and it goes off the rim and out, but I think he's going to draw the foul and get 2 shots here.
Yeah, that was just good spacing that time by Cottonwood, and Parks just turned on the afterburners and hung in the air long enough to draw the contact. Just had it roll off as Mackey drew the foul.
As Park has shown that he's got that extra gear when he wants to use it, as he's going to throw up the first Findlay Subaru free throw, and that's going to bring us to 53-50. The Warriors on top.
Paulie, I'm curious to see how Snow Canyon handles this last 2 minutes. Like you said, without their big guy, their main guy being in there, but also, you know, Cottonwood's been in some close games this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
Will be, as we're getting ready to see it here, as the full court press set up, as Aloha has looked to break it, but they're gonna get him trapped, and it's a timeout by Coach Ball of the Warriors, as he saw that could have gone bad, and he got it stopped before the turnover happened.
Good timeout by Coach, because like you said, they had the double team going. They could have panicked. You never know what's going to happen, especially when you got a big guy out there. No offense to the big guys, but you know, sometimes you get all those bodies and arms in there. You panic a little. So,
and the theme of the night, for anyone that hasn't been with us the entire broadcast, or we haven't mentioned it, and since maybe the second quarter, is our guy, the Pearl tonight for Prediction Paul's Pearl, and the key of the Snow Canyon offense, defense, the leadership role, everything is Owen Mackey, the 6'5" swingman, averaging 26.7 points and 9.3 rebounds. That is out of the lineup tonight for the Warriors, as Owen suffered a sprained ankle in practice, and he's not able to go tonight. But it's been a valiant effort, Keith, and we've kind of emphasized that throughout the broadcast, that the Warriors are out without their pacemaker, their leader, their floor general, their leading scorer, whatever superlative you want to use for them, is they're fighting valiantly in this one with the lead and a chance to remain undefeated without their best player. That can't be understated.
No, it can't. And like we talked about, is what you can learn from this game without him being in there, and how guys are comfortable, you know, playing without your main guy, and it's just so valuable.
That's right, as the brother of Owen Mackey, Reggie, with the ball, and he's going to almost turn it over and keep possession and continue to run clock out to Trey Kelsch. Kelsch holding the ball outside, way away from the basket, not even attempting to make a play yet towards the hoop. As Kelsch, he's going to break down his man and begin the dribble drive. He's going to stop and start and throw one up, and it is going to be just short and rebounded by Rosevear for the Colts. And it's going the other way. Park, I could expect him to turn on the speed, and he's going to go right to the basket, and he's going to lay it in, and this is a tie game, 53-53, 1:10 left in this one.
Right on cue, Paulie. You mentioned it. Here he goes. And as soon as you said that, he turned on the afterburners, and he was at the rim. Beautiful lay-in.
As the Warriors looking for answers here. Tie game, under a minute, 53 seconds and ticking. Entz around the horn to Mackey. Mackey looking to break down his man. The dribble drive cut off. It's kicked in the corner to Entz for Cache Valley Bank three. It's up and no good. As Aguama, the rebound, kicks it to Park. No foul call. Little helter-skelter pace here, and we're going to get a stoppage of play as the three was hit by Rosevear. But it will not count.
Rosevear just turns to the coach and says, "Coach, I got it."
Yeah, that just shows that he's got the green light to go whenever, as he went ahead and pulled the trigger, but that three will not count. We're still knotted up, 53-53, 34.2 seconds left between the Snow Canyon Warriors and the Cottonwood Colts.
Boy, Paulie, great defense by Cottonwood down here under the basket. And again, it's our guy, our main guy, number 21, Ogamwa. I swear I'll get that right someday. But man, we've called his name a lot defensively. He just did a nice job going straight up. Didn't foul, which is the main thing. And then here we are, 34 seconds, Paulie. This should be a good finish right here.
Should indeed. As we are getting ready for the thrilling conclusion to this one. 34.2 seconds left, 53-53. Warriors and Colts. And this has been probably the stiffest test of young first-year head coach Ryan Ball's coaching career at Snow Canyon. He's had Owen Mackey all the 3 other games. Wasn't expected to be without his best player tonight, but that's just the hand you're dealt sometimes, and they've made the best of it. Tied late in this one.
Yeah, it looks like, so far they've won on an average between 9 and 15 points. So this is definitely going to be one for the learning books, that's for sure.
That's right. As side out Rosevear about to inbound here for the Colts as we're about to get going. 34.2 seconds left, tie game.
Well, Paulie, what do you think Cottonwood's going to do? They're going to go through Parks or they're going to go through Rosevear?
I'm thinking they're going to space it out like they are right now, and Parks is going to turn it up to 10 and drive down the middle of the lane. But let's see it. He's got Kelch on him. He's hesitating. There's isolation. The entire middle of the lane is cleared out as Park looking to shake his man, using all kinds of crossover dribbles, and that was great defense by Trey Kelch as it was clear what the Colts wanted to do there, Keith.
Yeah, it was. They spread the floor, gave him a lot of space to work, but again, you mentioned the good defense by Kelch. Paulie, there is about a 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so we got just under 12 seconds left here. My guess is they're going to look to draw and kick, using Parks and Rosevear in that corner.
It's got to be your 2 guys that average 15-plus points per game. They've got to be implemented here if you're the Colts. If you're the Warriors, you got to watch the knifing into the lane by Parks, and then you've got to look for Rosevear out on the perimeter looking for that 3 to win the game. So just got to stay dialed in inside the paint and on the perimeter right now for the Warriors if you're going to survive this possession.
Yeah, the key is not letting Parks get past you with that speed.
As Rosevear side out for the Colts, as Park's going to get the ball. He's going to drive to the lane. He's going to kick into the middle, and that ball is, oh wow, they call the foul there on Aguama. That was a good call though, as he was hacked right around the semicircle in the lane.
Yeah, beautiful drive. He went underneath. Parks did the basket and found Aguama under the basket right in front, and it's a good thing Ailoa was there to make the foul, or else he would have laid it in.
As Aguama going to line up for the game is on the line here, and that Finlay Subaru free throw is up and no good for Peter Aguama. Been the defensive stopper, the effort guy, the grit guy, whatever you want to call him tonight. He's been everywhere for the Colts. Let's see if he can win in the game right here with 7.7 seconds left. Tied 53-53 as Peter Aguama lines up for the second Finlay Subaru free throw, and it is up and no good. The rebound to the Warriors. Down the court, Mackey going to throw a home run pass, but there's a timeout. Timeout, Warriors. Coach Ball elects to take the timeout.
Paulie, they got a break there because Mackey tried to throw the ball baseball style, 3/4 court. That's always dangerous. Granted, I know there's only 3 seconds left, but you got to give yourself at least a chance. And, I'm sure they'll see that on film and talk about it and be a good coaching moment, but very fortunate to get the timeout.
I agree, as Ryan Ball, the first-year head man for the Warriors.
Well, Paulie, we've seen 2 great games. I mean, that Cedar game earlier, that was a lot of fun. This is a, close, or may go into overtime. I don't know, but what a great way to start off the tournament. It just shows you the level of play you've got coming in to this tournament. A lot of fun going to be this weekend.
Absolutely. As 3.3 seconds left on the clock, as Warriors looking to move to 4-0. The Colts looking to move to 5-3. Played 7 games already this season. Some notable wins and losses. A win over Mountain Ridge, and also played Lone Peak earlier on this season. Fell to them. Obviously one of the perennial powerhouses in the state of Utah. But here we go. As Aloha's going to look for the home run pass, and it's going to be just off the mark.
Boy, that's a huge play, Paulie, because it didn't touch anybody. So now Cottonwood will get the ball in their court with 3 seconds left. So now they can dial up something if they want to. It looks like they're just going to run it. I don't know if he's just going to call a timeout. Wow, what a huge play.
Incredible. As the home run style baseball pass trying to be executed there by the Warriors, as Aloha was the recipient but was not able to connect on the pass, and that's going to give the Colts the ball with 3.3 seconds left and a chance to win this game.
Well, the thing is, Paulie, is he actually had his guy sealed off. If the pass wouldn't have been as far as it was, he would have caught it and had an easy lay in it. Just the pass was just off enough. Cottonwood caught a huge break because he would have caught it and laid it in with less than a second left.
Wow. As the Warriors got to have their best defensive set here, and if you're Cottonwood, you got to get the ball in the hands of one of your two best players.
Well, my guess is they're going to get Parks moving like they did the last time. They set a screen up high, so he was on the move when he got the ball. My guess is they're going to try to do the same thing so that he's moving towards the basket. That way he can either go up or kick it out and have enough time to put up a shot.
I agree. Kind of give him that run pass option like in football, where you can either, a little RPO in basketball. As
you can never get enough football, right?
That's right. It's bowl season still. All right. As Parks going to be the inbound man now, as it had been Rosevear the last few side outs for the Colts, as here we go. 3.3 seconds tie ball game here. Rosevear in the corner. He's going to hoist a shot, and it's going to go just wide of the rim, and it's going to miss for an air ball. And we're going to have some overtime here at the Jungle.
We got a little extra basketball tonight, Paulie.
A little free basketball here at the Jungle, and we are going to be back after this 1 minute timeout, and then we'll have overtime right after this.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Nets on Fire is the premier indoor basketball training facility in Southern Utah with 4 full-size gyms and group and individual training packages available for every age and skill level. Nets on Fire can elevate your game. Hoop it, Nets.
Call 435-251-2299 to find the location nearest you.
All right, we are back live from the Jungle as the Warriors and Colts do a battle tonight, and we couldn't settle it in 4 quarters, so we got 4 more minutes up on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, and they're ready to tip it up. Aguam and Aloha as overtime about to get underway, tied 53-53. Warriors and Colts as Kelch gets the quick inbound, or the quick tip, and he's going to take it down. Wow. As a foul called in the Warriors.
I was just saying, Aloha, he was spun and Parks was right there, and they now looks like they might be changing the call because Cottonwood's coach is not to. No, never mind. They did stay with it. It is a charge call on Eloa, but it was questionable as we look at it on the replay.
As Parks drew one there, and he's got the ball, and he's driving it in the front court. Puts on the afterburners, the kick out. He's going to work it around to number 22. That's Tolley. He's going to throw it up, and he's going to hit.
That's a nice-looking shot. Nice little floater by Tolley, the junior, getting the big bucket to start overtime.
As Aloha with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to lose the dribble, and he's going to be bottled up there, and Parks going to emerge with the basketball. Well, we can't catch him in a phone booth. What a dribble there as he's going to kick outside, and Tolley's going to hang and not going to be able to convert.
Yeah, a little out of control going to the basket. It was Tolley and just couldn't get a good shot on it.
as Reggie Mackey down to Owen Aloha outside again. Damon Entz lines up to Cache Valley Bank 3, and it's off the mark. Kelsch tries to throw it off Park, but he's going to keep it in bounds, and the ball is going to maintain in the possession of the Colts, and he's going to drive all the way to the basket and throw up the floater, and it's good.
Had a little English on that one, able to get it to drop. They're up 4 now here with 2:40 left here in overtime.
Okay, and entering the danger zone here, down 4 with 2 minutes 38 seconds, and I think that's going to be a tie-up, and that's going to be headed the other way on the alternating possession. Colts going to take over.
Ilo getting a little frustrated. Thought he got hit on the arms, wanted a call, but not getting it.
As Coach Ball showing some emotion on the sideline there, as he wants to see his guys buy in this last minute here, play some tough D, as he's down on the floor. As Kelsch bodying up Park, and it's going to work around to Nielsen, to Park. Park's going to keep possession. He's going to throw it in, and that's going to be intercepted. Entz on the run to Kelsch, back outside. He's going to work it up top to Mackey. Mackey at the top of the key looking. He's going to throw to Entz in the corner. That's his shot, but he doesn't take it. Mackey establishing possession here, but time of possession as the Warriors working around, trying to find a good shot as it's getting late in the clock. And it's going to result in, they're going to keep possession of the ball, but threw it away.
You're seeing some confusion here, Paulie. They don't know who to go to. Again, this is a learning experience for these guys. Without your main guy in there, this is going to be interesting to see who they go to. They're trying to get it inside to Iloa, but having a difficult time getting it to him.
Mackey up top to Kelsch. Aloha calling for the ball, but Entz is going to line up a Cache Valley Bank 3, and it's going to miss. Aguama with the rebound to Park. He's out in front of everybody. He's going to dribble, drive, stop, start, kick to the corner to Nielsen, to Aguama. Aguama going to draw.
Oh, wow, they call a charge.
He's going to call a charge. You're right, Keith. I thought he drew the foul there, but Aguama going to draw the charge here. Let me see on the Holbrook Asphalt replay, and it's close. Another bang one, Keith. As
I thought Couch was still kind of sliding in there, but they give it to him. So a big break for Snow Canyon. They got to, let's see if they can get inside and get an easy bucket here.
Down 57-53, 1 minute 31 seconds left as we get a foul call here.
Oh, wow, a little chippy one.
That is something that the Colts cannot afford, is to allow points to be put on the scoreboard by the Warriors with no clock running. Yeah. That is the worst possible situation.
Especially when you're 80 feet away from your own bucket.
Exactly. Not a hard foul going up to the basket, but 80 feet away, as first Finlay Subaru free throw for Damon Entz is up and good.
Rosevere's over there pleading his case to his coach, saying, I didn't push him, but as a coach, he's just pulling his hair out.
As Entz lines up the second Finlay Subaru free throw, and it's missed. As Rosevere going to fight and come down with the rebound. Out to his main man, Park. As Luke Park slowing it down a little bit, willing to run some clock for the Colts. As he's working it around to Nielsen, out to Rosevere. Rosevere driving, stop, start, dribble.
Wow.
And they're gonna call a tie ball, jump ball.
What a defensive play.
Wow.
That was number 23, Joseph Mack Smith. He went straight up vertical and was able to block the ball on Rosevere and get the jump ball call. What a beautiful defensive play.
3-point game, 1 minute 2 seconds left, getting late on the Warriors. As Entz has been the hot hand from the outside, and it's Kelsch driving to the basket. Wow,
what a
block there by the Colts, but the ball blocked again.
Oh, Paulie.
As we see some defensive plays made by the Colts, and there's a timeout.
Ryan Nielsen with not one but two big blocks right under the bucket.
as we see on the Holbrook asphalt replay here. Here's the first one as he almost rebounds that one himself, blocks it and rebounds it. And then the second one to clear the ball for the Colts, as this one is getting down to the wire here. 43.9 seconds left. The Colts up on the Warriors 57-54. As man, Keith, it is hard for us to even catch our breath here as this one pulse pounding action for the last 5 minutes straight, and primarily all of this game. This has been one of the more exciting games that you'll see in the early season.
It really is. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of up and down action, a lot of growth can happen from these games, and it's going to be a fun Region 9. I can tell already. I mean, Snow Canyon, they're in this overtime game without a 20-point score.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they've got some guys that got some grit, and they're learning how to play together, especially in tight games, and they're gonna be right there in the thick of it.
Absolutely, I agree. As the Warriors fighting valiantly without their best player tonight, and we mentioned it a couple times on the broadcast, but for anyone just joining us, Owen Mackey, the star swingman for the Snow Canyon Warriors, averaging 26.7 points per game, is out tonight with a sprained ankle. We don't know when he will return, but assume it'll be a short-term thing, but we'll have to keep up with that throughout the week. As Park in the backcourt, he's got the ball, and he is nonchalantly bringing it up the floor as he's willing to just run as much clock as he can here, but the active hands.
Wow.
It's Kelsch with the steal. Warriors down 3 with 32 seconds. Got to get a good shot here, Mackey. And the timeout call by Coach Ball as they have a 3-point lead, the Cottonwood Colts over the Warriors.
Boy, Kelch, did you see those quick hands? Just got a fingertip on the ball, knocked it out of the way, and just like that, the ball's turned over. And Cottonwood, you had a chance to really take control of this game, and now it's turned right back over to Snow Canyon.
That's right, and Snow Canyon with a chance here to send this game to double overtime. As 28.8 seconds left, plenty of time. Run a great play as Coach Ball drawing it up with the team over there as we see them convened behind, as he's got the whiteboard.
Well, Paulie, I think if you're going to draw something up, my guess is it's either going to go to Entz, a play designed for Entz. He's hit a couple of big threes, but I also could see Mackey, the younger Mackey, getting a chance. He's hit a couple of big threes tonight. Between those two, the action, I'll bet it goes between those two to try to get a three-pointer to go in.
That's right. I'd agree. It's going to be Entz or Mackey, I'd assume, for the Warriors here. 28.8 seconds left as the 5 on the floor for the Warriors. Dre Smith, Trey Kelsch, Reggie Mackey, Damon Entz, and Owen Aloha. As Mackey, Park active hands, tried to steal it there. Mackey's going to pull up for the Cache Valley Bank 3 and miss. That's off the mark as they're going to get another shot at it. 16.3 seconds left. A scramble for the rebound, and they get it. Entz going to look, and he's going to pass. They're working around the horn. Kelsch with a step back. Cache Valley Bank 3, and it is off the mark.
Boy, it looked good, Paulie. I thought it was going in.
It looked good from the corner as Kelsch put up what would have tied the game here as we look at the Holbrook asphalt replay, and Kelsch with the step back just right off the outside iron, and that may prove to be too much as the Colts here going to the line with Park with a chance to make this a 2-possession game, Keith.
Well, Paulie, we had a great look at that shot. That ball just caught the back end of the rim because from our angle it sure looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But with at least one of these foul shots here, if they can hit one of them, it should pretty much seal this thing.
And Luke Park at the line for the Colts with a chance to seal this one. 3.6 seconds left. And that first Finlay Subaru free throw is up, and it is good.
Boy, he got the shooter's soft touch there and rolled right in for him. So that should pretty much do it. As all Dandy Don used to say on Monday Night Football, turn out the lights. I think this one is over. The party is over.
That's right, as the second one is up and good too, 59-54, as Reggie Mackey will throw up a desperation Cache Valley Bank 3, and it is off the mark, and it is going to end that way. The Cottonwood Colts emerge victorious 59-54 over the Snow Canyon Warriors. We'll have our Johnson Pediatric postgame show right after this. It will be a quick one, but we'll be right back after this.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is handled.
Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Always remind you guys about Dr. Cody. Makes your kids feel right at home. Johnson Pediatrics always has the new patient special. Cleaning exam and x-rays for just $79. Call them 435-656-0511. That's 435-656-0511. And it was almost a double OT game, Keith, as that game was a back and forth thriller. But just your final thoughts quickly on this one, and then we've got a lot of awards to hand out, and then we got to get it over to the next game as they're starting to warm up here.
Yeah, it's been it was a great game, Paulie. I was really a back and forth matchup. I thought both teams had their moments where they played really nice, a lot of learning opportunities. But for Snow Canyon, I think you got to be happy because you saw a group that really played as hard as they could together, and they struggled a little bit about where they were going to go with the ball with their main guy out. But I think there will be valuable lessons that were learned from tonight's game.
Absolutely. Playing this valiantly without your top scorer, leader, whatever you want to call him. Owen Mackey is the Swiss Army do-it-all guy for the Warriors, but he was not in tonight with the sprained ankle. But they do fall 59-54 today. But let's hand out some awards. How about we, Keith? And let's start with the Mountainland Supply Defensive Player of the Game, featuring Brian, Southern Utah's premier heating and cooling system for your home or commercial property. Brian, whatever it takes.
Well, we had a few of them, Paul.
Yeah.
But I think we got to go with Ryan Nielsen's double block here in overtime to kind of keep, Snow Canyon out of the way. We could have gone with a couple other plays, but that would be my vote. Those two blocks back-to-back, the kind of the defensive stopper there at the end.
I'm going to go with you. Aguama had a lot of plays, but that sequence was probably the most impactful. We'll give that one our Mountainland Defensive Play of the Game. How about the AWP Playmaker Play of the Game? See the local boys, the playmakers in the appliance industry at AWP. Quality, selection, and price across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Buy, direct, and save. Keith, what do you think on this one?
Well, I thought tonight Owen Iloa had a wonderful game for Snow Canyon. He played his heart out tonight. But I think you got to go with the young kid Luke Park for Cottonwood, just because they came away with the victory. He was making those key plays at the end, and his speed just disrupted.
Yes, that's what everything. I was going to go with, was that one play where they cleared out the entire key and just sent Park down the lane for an easy layup.
Go get it.
He was the playmaker play of the game with that lay-in. Yep. And let's go the sub of the game. Jersey Mike's a sub above the rest. Get in Mike's way. Stop by St. George Jersey Mike's today. Sub of the game. How about this one's hard. There's a lot of good subs in this game.
There was. You saw a lot of good action. And I can't remember if Nielsen was came off the bench.
I think he did. Number 12 for the Cottonwood Colts definitely came off the bench, I believe.
I mean, maybe we should switch this up then and give Ogama the defensive play of the game and have Nielsen be the sub of the game.
That's right.
Because he was very much, that first half, he had so many steals and he was such a presence in that first half. I think we should switch it up.
All righty, let's do that. And now for our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Ace is the place. Visit Hearst for a variety of products and prices that please. 2 locations, the Big A Boulevard and Bluff Street in St. George, and on Main and Cedar City. Keith, I've got a guy in mind, but who's your guy here?
Well, you got to go with either Rosevere or Parks, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go Park because he was kind of the key cog in that late run for the Colts.
I thought that Snow Canyon really tried to emphasize shutting down Rosevere. That's why Park had those opportunities. So I'd agree with you, Paulie.
All righty. Well, that is just about going to do it for us here tonight from the jungle. Once again, the Cottonwood Colts defeat the Snow Canyon Warriors 59-54. Just want to thank Intermountain Sports Performance, Intercap Lending, and Handles Ice Cream for being a part of the broadcast and helping us get this broadcast every week. And for Keith, for Cannon, for Sebastian, I'm Paul Ratliff, and we're signing off here from Pineview tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes from Logan to St. George for over 20 years. We guarantee your athlete will improve